Welcome to this little episode of Manifest Wisely. Thanks for joining. A little Saturday night tarot action. My dog wanted to join too, and but then I realized she was just wanting a treat. So now that that's over with, we can get into the reading. And I am going to start out with some uh, Lightworker cards. Get some nice messages out there for you. Remember, we have a new moon coming up. Not a full moon, but a new moon, which means it will be total darkness out there. You'll be able to see the stars very clearly. It's also a good time to think about new beginnings and manifestations, okay? So what does this collective need to know? Birthing a new age. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, right? The age of Aquarians. Are you an Aquarian out there? Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Yeah, sometimes people start to feel alone at the holidays, but don't, because you know your ancestors are there around you, your spirit guides, okay, your soul family, all right? What else do we have here? Sunshine is gone. Leap, you go first. The universe will catch you, much like the Fool card. So if you've been lacking faith in a situation, do not go for it. This card suggesting, you know, the odds are in your favor here, right? Obviously, this is not like, this is like the metaphorical leap, right? Mintakan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So maybe that's part of what you're starting to find is your soul tribe and your soul family. Okay. Here's a picture of a moon on here. This is my glass I'm using for tea right now. Not really the best glass to be doing that in, but you might be able to hear my dishwasher in the background. Let's go for one more while we're at it. And I think we're going to do a past, present, future reading today. So stay tuned for the tarot. Get grounded, empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. You know, sometimes it's more difficult in the winter months as we spend more times indoors to connect with nature. So even opening up the windows, going for a quick walk, you know, using other techniques to ground yourself will help you give you some reassurance that you're getting the right things online for yourself, okay? Oakley dokley, let's continue with the tarot now. See what we can find out about the current energy. If it's not your message, don't sweat it. It's just not your message today. It could be somebody's message that's happening around you, you know? Maybe you are somebody who's sensitive to other energies and you're like, oh yeah, that's making sense because so-and-so just had that happen and blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, it can be something very small too, like maybe you just saw a yellow car today or a blue car or whatever color car it was, you know what I'm saying? And that was some kind of sign to you that was just on your mind. Always on my mind. Ever hear that one? You're always on my mind. Written by the great Willie Nelson. Ace of Pentacles, and if you had a song like that, yes, an Ace of Pentacles indeed. So maybe you have some kind of talent, some kind of gift that you've been working on, and it is literally a gift, and a very earthly gift too. Something meant to be shared with people around you, okay? sometimes our ideas get trapped upside in our heads, and like we don't allow them to come to fruition and like actually be able to present them in ways that others can recognize. And this is spirit telling you that it's okay to do that, right? To embrace that. Nine of Pentacles. Seem to be doing it very well at the moment, collective. So congratulations to you. Maybe you have been taking leaps. Maybe you have been chasing your faith, and that's why you're starting to appear very abundant here. The Nine of Pentacles, though, is potentially, single. So that could be part of this longing for home belonging. You're like you want to find people that are kind of like you, maybe somebody to share this abundance with. In the future position, please. The Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's kind of like nobody's going to interrupt you from your dreams and your aspirations, collective. You feel very determined with this. And I think once you kind of realize that you have the backing of the universe, once you see that you're making the decisions that actually align with your higher purpose, it's going to become much easier for you, okay? Six of Pentacles in the outcome. So a rebalancing perhaps, or just very much a balanced approach. I mean, you have all pentacles here across the top. That's pretty darn good, right? Especially being the ace, the 9, the 8, and the 6. The 6 speaks on reciprocation. So maybe as you buckle down, but doing it with the wind of the universe at your back and not in your face, as sometimes it feels like life is in our face, right? Instead of at our back, helping us along. So that's going to be this importance of staying grounded here. And also with the 6 of Pentacles, it's going to just lead you into those spaces that are very, a content kind of give and take, okay? 3 of Swords here under this Ace of Pentacles. And the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like potentially for some of you, you were like really hoping that something was going to work out with somebody in the past, and you had to kind of either leave it behind or move forward without those people. And some of that has caused a little bit of anguish, but in the same way, it's bringing you into this period of abundance here, this 9 of Pentacles, where you look very happy and content. Like, life isn't always about the extreme emotions, right? Sometimes it's about the happy medium, like the consistency. And Pentacles, again, are a sign of consistency. And if somebody was inconsistent here with the 3 of Swords, it's good that you left them in the past, right? Because how are they actually helping you build your future? And that's where that becomes that sunk cost. And it's like, if you're not helping me build my future, then you're obviously a part of my past at this point. The King of Swords. You, or you could be involved with the King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Especially with this 9 of Pentacles here. You know, kings are very successful, obviously. The Hermit, Virgo. So part of the, yeah, the King of Swords probably more of a quiet king, not exactly super jovial, right? Like maybe keeping to themselves like a hermit would. Um, but yet being able to pierce through and get the job done type thing, okay? Let's move on here to this Eight of Pentacles, what the collective needs to know, please. Again, more earth energy here with Virgo. Temperance, Sagittarius, happy birthday, Sagittarians. Some people think of Sagittarians as flighty, or maybe they go from one thing to the next. But the thing is, here with the Temperance card, I mean, that's having patience. Can you imagine? You have to wait all year long until your birthday comes, and then finally it comes, and it's around all these other major holidays, and nobody really cares that it's your birthday anymore, right? But sometimes that Eight of Pentacles, all that hard work, that diligence, that patience, it really does pay off. Mm-hmm. And somebody wants you to kind of rush and not see those things, and that's why this Devil card is appearing right now. Yep. But Capricorn is through on the other side of Sagittarius as well, where for some of you, if you haven't been digging in, now you're going to start to dig into the details. Now you're going to like really, or if something's been like kind of running amok, in that movie where Sarah Jessica Parker says amok, 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 right? It's kind of, that's been put a stop to, essentially, or will be, okay? So if you're encountering those kind of situations again, that may impact you. So getting grounded is going to be very beneficial, okay? The Seven of Wands, putting up a little bit of a barrier here. But kind of like just, it's not like isolating, but if somebody does overstep on the Six of Pentacles, you're not afraid to be like, well, I think you got me wrong, because I'm not the person that you're going to be able to cross right now. Okay, yeah, the Lover's card, because you're like, look, I know what I want. Gemini as well. And 6 and 6 here, very balanced. The Knight of Pentacles, another pentacle on the bottom of the deck, and the best knight to get if you're going to get one, the slow-moving knight, because guess what? He might take a while, but he shows up with the results, right? Part of it is just about showing up, and if you are somebody who's single, even if you're somebody who's in a relationship, you know that showing up is half the battle, right? So many of us get stuck doing things alone, and that's why maybe we can get into this hermit type mode, even though it proves successful for us. But really, what we're looking for is something that, we want, that higher love type thing, okay? And you're also willing to defend it if people kind of step in your way about it, okay? Well, that message came out pretty easy, collective. Thank you for joining me. I think I will do a quick clarification if anyone wants to stick around for that. If not, please like and subscribe on your way out. Hopefully this message resonated with you. Again, we have Gemini, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Virgo, Libra, Aries, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and a lot of earth signs along the board here with these pentacles. So if that resonates with you, woo-hoo-hoo, right? Good news indeed, or so it should be. What else can we tell about here? Six of Wands. Yeah, you're gonna be able to like celebrate this new, kind of venture as a victory. And that may be a foreign concept for you after feeling, kind of the burn of, loves and relationships past. It didn't quite work out. Yeah, but there's a new beginning here for you. It's like, here's that page delivering that giant pentacle to you, right? The pentacles still they just want to keep coming in this reading. What else do we have here? This one just flipped out. The Five of Wands. Yeah. Anything that you were competing for, yeah, you've definitely let that go and you've cut that out. And I think that's part of why this King of Swords came out as well, because he's kind of like the no BS king, right? It's like, well, tell it to somebody who cares kind of thing. I think that was a country song at one point in time. Like, here's a quarter, go call somebody who cares. Like, it's kind of rude thing to say, but you know what? When people treat you like dung, you got to get a little creative, I guess, so they understand. Four of Pentacles, yeah. You might be drawn back from those exact type people that, maybe saw that you were stable, but you didn't really have a lot. And they kind of were thinking about what they could get from you. Well, they didn't really see that all of a sudden, like, oh, you're this Nine of Pentacles here. Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah. Guess I kind of blew that one. So there could be people that are kind of trying to come back into your energy. They could have a sad story. They could, you know what I mean? Like, want to tell you about all their trials and tribulations. And, like with this King of Swords here, you may just be like, yeah, I've had it up to here with that. Well, I'm done listening to your problems. Who wants to help me with mine, right? Like, so you're kind of like, if you're not on board to help, like I've been helping or I've been winning, then I don't want anything to do with you. That's just the energy I'm getting right now, which honestly, collective, I feel like it's a pretty healthy way to be. I mean, it's kind of a breath of fresh air, right? When you can look at the day and say, wow, yeah. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, maybe some of you are a Queen of Cups, or you've been looking for a type of Queen of Cups, and maybe that's why you've been keeping to yourself, okay? As this kind of compassion is coming forward, right? And for the types of relationships that you want, because you're tired of ones that put you over the barrel every time, right? And you're like, yeah, I'm literally cutting that BS out like the King of Swords would. Not, why, nobody would question the King of Swords about his decision, so why are they questioning mine? What, just because I don't look like the King of Swords right now? Maybe you've been in hermit mode. Maybe you haven't been out there. Maybe people just don't realize what you're not willing to put up with anymore. And especially if that's been keeping you from pursuing what you want or being able to kind of express yourself in an emotionally stable way. So if you are a Queen of Cups here, and part of this hermitage is that you've been pulling back, abundance here in the Pentacles is not just like finances, right? This can be like how you make people feel about themselves, right? So if you're somebody that makes people feel good and you're like, look, you haven't been like reciprocating, you may have kind of drawn that back and waited until you were in kind of like a safe zone. And that's part of this longing for home, longing for people that are more like you, who acts like, the collective here. People that want to succeed, people that want to have good news in their life, or people that are willing to kind of help navigate through life together in a healthy manner, right? That doesn't hurt each other, okay? And that's that wind, and that's when you get that wind at your back, right? And that, that it's like, oh, now it feels like I'm working, yeah. Divine timing. So if you're not feeling that yet, it will be coming, okay? Sagittarius again. Sagittarius twice here if you're just now joining. So please subscribe or like the channel. It helps pass the messages around. Feel free to drop a comment or say something in the chat while it's going on. And I don't believe the chat comments get replayed as far as I can tell on my videos. So probably that's people with more subscribers. So anywho, the Four of Wands, lovely. Look at that, on top of patience as well. So divine timing, it may be like your time is starting now, right? And like so tired of waiting for you. And it's like, oh, well, now it's actually here. And again, if you're somebody who pays attention to angel numbers, 1111 may be significant for you. 1212, they've been talking about that, you know, I believe that's when the new moon's coming as well. So people kind of talk about it like as a portal or something. But, you know, sometimes there's just these little signs and signals from the universe that you can get that is just like, oh, it's like, it's that little wink or nod to you saying that you're on the right track. 2121 just hit on the clock. I mean, that's the type of stuff that I'm talking about, where we don't have to overcomplicate life. We can just kind of, yeah, and it's almost like this like naked and free kind of feeling where you don't have to hide who you are. You can be your authentic self here with the star, and this is Aquarius as well. Okay, so Aquarius and Capricorn, I would say, are kind of almost like opposite, because, you know, one's very kind of grounded and the other, you know, is this air sign, but it's also tapped into this, you know, with the water as well and the flow of life, okay? The star here also showing water, as the Temperance card is. Water could be important to you, okay? That could be something that helps you get grounded on, like maybe actually taking a bath versus a shower, you know, going and getting a pedicure or something, like, you know, just even hand washing the dishes, okay? Three of Wands. Yeah, you could have some travel coming up here, or somebody that wants to be in this reciprocal relationship with you is willing to bridge the distance between you two. What else do we have here? Clarify, please, for this collective. The Page of Swords, some more air energy on top of the Seven of Wands. I feel like there might be some questions about why you're like kind of defending this relationship, collective, but it's totally up to you if you want to even speak on it or not. Like, it's nobody's business, right? There's that old BB King song called Ain't Nobody's Business If I Do, okay? Him and like Etta James used to do that one together a lot, and it's like, if I give all my money to my honey, like, ain't nobody's business if I do. You know, I'm not saying that's a healthy thing to do, but I'm just saying it is not anybody's business if you want to do with your money what you want to do. Maybe you want to spend it on somebody and they don't want you to spend. The thing is people get jealous. They want you to be spending that money on them. Okay, it ain't about the other person. It's what that person then feels like they're, you know, lacking on. Yeah, judgment. So any kind of false judgment that has come up on your relationship is, it's like they're going to be reaching up see, it's like they're reaching up to you saying like, help me, right? And you're kind of like, look, I've been granted this space here, okay, to defend what I've worked for, and you've worked across the board here, all these pentacles. And that could be in part why you have the travel card here too. It might be like maybe you need some space from these people that are always kind of like coming around and knocking at your door and saying, what can I have next, please? But then they stop saying please after a while, right? And then after that, they just slam the car door and don't even say thank you for the ride. Am I right? Yeah, so Nine of Swords. Yeah, I feel like some of these people could be worried about like where they see themselves in your life coming up forward. Let's go ahead and get some Moonology cards since I feel like this is kind of relevant here for that, where the message is turning. So again, thank you for joining. Please like or subscribe. All right, what else can we tell this collective? Out of this Moonology deck, please, now. What messages does the collective need to know? It's time to take action. You guys, this card has been coming up. If you watch my readings, you know this card has been coming up. Okay. So this new moon, and then you have the leap here as well, like going for it. We got this new moon coming up. Like, you know, if you're like, I need to start a new diet plan, I need to start a new exercise plan, I need to start organizing my house, like it's time to take that action. I need to start dating again. Like it's time to start action. Like those are the things, okay? And that's something that's, you know, to put out there as your new moon manifestations, okay? And say, I'm going to be successful when I do X. I'm going to be have a great time when I do Y, right? Balance spirituality and practicality. Pisces. So part of you know, things get hectic. We get busy with work, and it's like, you know, when you have all these pentacles, you're like, wait a second, I don't even have time to watch a tarot reading right now. Like, why am I even watching a tarot reading, right? It could be one of those things you're like, if I'm not making money, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, but you need to have those times where it's like, okay, well, is that extra coin like really gonna make you happy, or are you doing it so that you can like look good to other people? Like, you know what I mean? You have to think about all the motivations, and as long as, you know, you're happy with your goals and you're achieving things, then, you know, you can get let yourself kind of explore other areas that maybe aren't considered as you know, economically efficient. Okay, I'll say it that way. A new romantic cycle approaches new moon. You could have Libra in your chart as well. And this could be somebody who definitely sees you, sees a light in you, and something that they've kind of been, you know, trying to express themselves. So somebody that's more equally yoked to you, okay? What else does this collective need to know? Your hard work is paying off, Capricorn. And we have Capricorn here on the board and all these pentacles as well. So yes, if it's something where it's just like, I'm just not seeing the results yet, yeah, end of a tough cycle approaches. It might be one of those things where you like, you count up the money at the end of the night and it's like, oh wow, I did so much better than I thought I was going to, right? But you wouldn't know unless you took that leap forward and took that action, right? So it's saying here, you know, go first, the universe will catch you, okay? And, you know, then you won't have to, say, worry so much about your stability, right? and you won't have to worry about how others see you as well, even though you already showed up as the Nine of Pentacles, right? You're sitting in a pretty good position. Okay. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this message, and please subscribe, like the video, drop a comment, and until next time, manifest wisely. Bye bye.